Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna rump. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend.
Hey baddies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Let me not be rude. For those of you who are new, welcome to Styles by Baddies. I post new videos every week and they all revolve around beauty related content, along with me giving a voiceover telling you guys a story time to keep you entertained. Baddies, if you've ever wanted to turn your passion into a full-blown business, whether it's in hair, YouTube, or nails, then I got you. I put together 3 ebooks packed with all the tips, strategies, and secrets I've learned along the way to help you secure the bag. Want to become a hair influencer and start getting brand deals? I got you. Thinking about starting a YouTube channel but don't know where to begin? I break it all down. Ready to build a 6-figure nail business and start making real money? Say less. You don't have to struggle, guess, or spend years figuring it out on your own. I already did the work for you. My ebooks give you step-by-step guidance on how to turn your skills into a profitable business. And because I love y'all, use code StylesByBaddies20 at checkout for 10% off your order. So click the link in the description, grab your copy, and let's make this money together. Today's story time is from Serena, and it's about the time I dated the creepiest guy ever. So let's get right into it. When I first met Jules, he seemed harmless, even charming in that awkward, nerdy boy way. He was one of those boys who never really stood out, but once you started talking to him, you realized he was kind of funny. He always held doors open for me, complimented my hair, texted me little things like, "Did you eat today?" or "I saw this song and thought of you." It was sweet. He didn't try too hard, he wasn't all in my face, and compared to the other guys I had dealt with, he seemed safe. He took me on simple dates, coffee shops, bookstores, late night walks under streetlights where we just talked. He was a good listener too, always nodding along, making me feel like everything I said mattered. But there were little things that didn't sit right, like how he always wanted to know when I was home alone, or how he'd get this weird look in his eyes when he'd talk about stuff he didn't like. But I ignored it because he hadn't done anything that weird. At least not until the day he showed up at my door with those flowers, and after that, it all went downhill. The first time he bought me flowers was about 2 weeks into us dating. I thought it was sweet. He came to my house, I opened the door, and there he stood smiling like he had just done something real special. His hands were dirt-stained, holding out a small bouquet of roses. The petals, some barely hanging on, looked like they had been through something. I reached for them slowly. I'm like, "Aw, thanks," as I'm trying not to make a face. He's like, "I got them just for you." I start to look at them a little closer, and the stems were snapped unevenly, almost like they had been yanked straight out of the ground. So I looked up at him and I'm like, "Where did you get these?" His smile got bigger. "The graveyard." I blinked. "I'm sorry, the what?" He's like, "The cemetery down the road." I was walking past and saw these sitting there. I just figured it was a waste of time to leave them, so I took them for you. I started laughing, thinking it was a joke, but he just kept standing there, staring at me with a blank expression like he wasn't expecting me to laugh. He genuinely thought this was normal. My hands started to feel dirty just holding them. I cleared my throat and I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's different." He asked me if I like them, and at this point, my mind is racing. I wanted to throw them back at him, but I could already tell he wouldn't understand why that was insane. So I just forced a smile, and I'm like, "Yeah, totally." I made up an excuse quick that I had to get chores done or else my mom was going to kill me to end the conversation, and just went back upstairs. I had no plans of talking to him again, but then a few days later, he texted me like nothing had happened. I stared at the message for a minute, debating. Every instinct in me said leave him on red, but curiosity got the best of me. I started to think maybe I was overreacting. Maybe he was just different. And different doesn't always mean bad. So against my better judgment, I said yes. The next time I saw him, we went for a walk at the park. It was quiet, sunny out. We decided to get some ice cream and sit at a bench in front of the lake. Everything felt normal again. We sat there talking about random things, music, childhood memories, the kind of easy conversations that made me feel like maybe, just maybe, I had been overthinking everything. I started to relax. Minutes go by and he bent down, picked up a rock and weighed it in his palm. Bet I can hit one. I turned my head sharply. What? He nodded toward a group of birds picking at breadcrumbs near a bench. Watch. Before I could react, his arm swung back and he threw the rock. I'm like, dude, what the hell? The rock landed just inches from the birds, making them freak out. Feathers flew, wings flapped, and they took off in every direction. And he's there laughing like it was some sort of entertainment for him. He's like, damn, almost got it. My stomach literally turned. You were actually trying to hit it? He shrugged, brushing his hands off like he had just finished doing something so casual. Yeah, it's fun. I stared at him, searching his face for any sign of remorse, but there was nothing. No guilt, no oops, that was dumb, not even a my bad. I suddenly felt the need to be anywhere but next to him and told him I should probably just head home. He offered to walk me back, but I shook my head. Nah, I'm good. The final straw came when he started talking about getting rid of people. I was at home, comfy in my bed, scrolling through my phone, when my screen lit up with a text from him. I figured he was going to apologize for being weird the last time we hung out. Maybe try to smooth things over like he usually did, but when I opened the message, I swallowed hard. Not this again. The text reads, you ever think about alternative ways to, make people disappear? I read the message again, thinking maybe I misunderstood, but nope. It was just as weird and unsettling the second I reply, what? The typing bubble appeared instantly. He says, if someone was in your way, how would you do it? My fingers froze over the keyboard. This wasn't just weird anymore. This was disturbing. I'm like, no, can't say I have. The 3 dots appeared again. Then they stopped. Then they appeared again. Yeah, me neither. That pause was way too long. I put my phone down. I could literally feel my skin crawling. Something wasn't right. And for the first time since meeting him, I felt like I might actually be in danger. So that night, I decided to block his number. It was too much. The next morning, I walked outside to my car, like I usually do every single morning, and found a folded piece of paper sitting on my windshield. I stood there for a second, debating if I even wanted to touch it. My fingers trembled as I unfolded it. It read, I don't know where you went, but I'll find you. I turned around quickly, scanning my driveway, the street, my neighbors' yards. Nothing. I ran back inside immediately, locked the door, and sat on my bed trying to breathe. That was the last time I ever saw him, or heard from him, I should say. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he ever did this to someone else, but to this day, I still think about what could have happened if I had let things go on just a little bit longer, or didn't cut him off. Thank you, Serena, for sending in this story time. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but you took a little too long to cut him off, not gonna lie. After that flower incident, that would have been his last day seeing me. But if you've ever dealt with a situation like this, let me know in the comments or in my email, of course. I'd love to hear how you handled it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories. And don't forget to purchase my ebook in the link in the description box down below, baddies. I will be having a giveaway at 50K. And if you purchase one, you'll definitely have a great chance at being entered into it. So be sure to do that. Bye, baddies.
Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna romp. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her.